Juggling work and entrepreneurship can sometimes make you feel like you're not cut out for success. And I'm saying this because I have felt this way several times. But if you are ready to challenge that critic in your head, then make sure you keep watching. So today I'm going to be talking about a topic that hits home with me and it probably hits home with you as well, and that is imposter syndrome. Now, if you have not watched the other videos in this series, from biller to billing business owner, balancing work and entrepreneurship, make sure that you do. But today we're on day 5 of the series. Now, I tend to doubt my abilities and what I can do, regardless of how long I have been in billing. And I've been in billing for a long time, and I've had my medical billing business for a couple of years now, or a few years now. And I still get those times when I doubt my abilities and what I can do. There are so much myths and doubts and limitations that I have in my head. And to be frankly honest, I am tired of feeling that way. Sometimes I get upset with myself because I say, why are you talking about yourself like this? Why do you feel this way? But I know I can't be the only one. So I wanted to talk to you about it because just in case it's happening to you, you can push past this and figure out how to deal with it like I am. And I wanted to start off by helping you to understand what imposter syndrome is. So when you feel like you are undeserving of success or you're not qualified, that is a feeling of imposter syndrome. And thinking that you are pretending to know what you know and someone is going to find you out, that also is a form of imposter syndrome. I used to say to myself, like, I don't know, everything, and people are going to find out that I don't know stuff. Even doing these videos on YouTube, sometimes I feel like when people ask me questions, I feel like, I'm supposed to know every answer to the question, which is not true because, again, I am still learning just as you guys are learning. And I just won't know everything. I am a biller. I've been a biller for years, but I haven't billed for all specialties and all circumstances. So there are going to be times when I just don't know the answer. And I had to tell myself that I am not an imposter. I know what I know, and I don't know what I don't know. And about 70% of people go through imposter syndrome. And I actually think it's probably more than that because at some point in your life, I think you will start to feel that. But it all depends on what you do with that feeling. Let's start off with that myth of not being enough. Now, you don't have to know it all. You really don't. You probably most likely won't know it all. And that's in every and anything that you do. So as far as with this medical billing business, there is no different. You will not know it all and you don't have to know it all. Remind yourself that you will grow through your experiences, through your knowledge, through your research, that there is always room to grow. And if you're open-minded and willing to do so, then you will grow. And the most important thing is to not let this imposter syndrome feeling paralyze you. Take a step. Even when you feel like you don't know, even when you feel like you don't deserve to start this business because you've only been doing billing for a year, even when you feel like, someone else in your area knows more than you, still take that first step because that will help give you momentum and that won't keep you paralyzed in thinking that you don't belong or you're not enough. Then I want you to embrace the journey. I know you've heard that. It kind of sounds a little cliche, but really and truly, we need to start embracing the journey. The first way to do that is to shift your mindset. Remember that you don't fail, you learn. There are so many people in this world who are considered successful now, and they have failed so many times before in order to get to where they are. And the only way they are successful now is because they have learned from things that have not gone right. So don't think as mistakes or errors or stuff that hasn't gone right as a failure. Think of it as a learning lesson. And I have had to do that plenty of times because, you go out, you strive for certain things, and it doesn't turn out the way you think it's supposed to turn out. And so then you think you failed and then you don't try again. But if you learn from that experience, then most likely, eventually, you will get to where you want to be. We are so used to the microwave life that is nowadays. We want everything now and fast, and that is not always beneficial for us. So stop rushing and remember that your journey is where you build your strength to do the medical billing business that you want to do and have a successful one at that. And here are 4 tips that have helped me with overcoming imposter syndrome. And the first one is acknowledging my feelings and defining the truth. So if I have in my head, like I have had in my head, I've been doing billing for a while, and even at year 15, I have in my head that, do I really know what I know? I'm not sure that I'm good enough. This person is better than me. All of those things. That's how I feel. I can acknowledge how I feel. But then I have to think back and say to myself, is that truth? Is that, the right thing? And no, it isn't. I haven't been in this field because I've just been lucky. I haven't done billing for different providers because I've just been lucky. A lot of it is that I'm blessed, but it's also that I'm blessed to have the knowledge to do so. And I'm actually doing the job that I'm supposed to do. So providers tend to refer me, and I could get to do billing for others. And up until this day, knock on wood, thank God, I haven't had a provider who complained about my billing. So I'm probably doing something right. And I need to start realizing that and noticing that and letting myself feel good about the fact that I can do my job. I might not know everything, but I'm doing it pretty well. I'm also making sure that I celebrate my small wins. So if I'm trying to go out there to, get a client, or I'm trying to, make sure I am productive in doing a certain amount of things or billing, whatever it is, learning something new, and I actually get it done, celebrate that. Even if it's with something like, okay, I'm going to watch a TV show, or I'm going to eat something, or whatever it is that you use to celebrate, do that. Don't just keep passing by all of the small wins, waiting for this big, huge win, because again, that is demotivating, and you probably won't work hard to do what you need to do because now you're feeling like you're not succeeding fast enough. Seek support from others. And sometimes we find that to be hard because we don't have other medical billers or medical billing business owners, close to us. So we feel like we can't do that. But even in a case like this, where you listen to me saying that I've been in this for so long, but I still feel like an imposter sometimes, take that to heart and know that you will feel that way too, but there are others out there who feel that way and are still succeeding. And last, make sure you take action. Don't let this feeling of imposter syndrome hold you back, stop you from doing something, because if you think that the feeling is just going to go away if you're there and not doing anything and paralyzed from making any movements or actions, then you're wrong. In order for you to get rid of this imposter syndrome, you need to take action. You need to do it. You need to prove to yourself and show yourself that you can do it. And you still probably are going to feel like an imposter, but you're going to have something to back it up. You're going to have facts to back it up that you can do it and that you're doing it. Now, this week was mainly about mindset because I feel like your mind is the biggest thing that you need to work on before you even start working on the business itself. And I'd like you to drop a comment below about what you learned during this week when it came to mindset about starting your medical billing business. If you felt like an imposter or are you afraid, let me know in the comments below. And in my next video, I'm going to be talking about why I chose medical billing over medical coding. And it might help you in choosing what you want to do as well. So, see you over there in the next one.